In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NBA game happening on May 23, 2023, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game. So 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NBA game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Celtics versus Miami Heat. The Miami Heat play host to the Boston Celtics in the finale of their Eastern Conference Finals showdown. The Heat have dominated the first 3 games of this series, having won a pair in Boston and then controlling Sunday night's game in Miami. With no margin for error, Boston knows that they have a long way to go to make NBA history and be the first to come back from being down 3-0. The regular season saw the 2 teams split across 4 games, though this series certainly hasn't been any closer. Expect this one to go either way, and with so much on the line for both sides, it should be an exciting showdown. The Boston Celtics came into this series with such high expectations, but it's been a struggle from Game 1 and they are now battling to avoid the sweep after getting embarrassed by 128-102 in Game 3 on Sunday. Jason Tatum had a rough game as he scored just 14 points and 10 rebounds on 6 of 18 shooting, while Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, and Grant Williams all scored 12 points. As a team, the Celtics shot just 39% from the field and 11 of 42 from the three-point line as they struggled to match the Heat right from the start and trailed in this one by as many as 33 points after scoring just 17 points in the third quarter. As bad as the Celtics were on the offensive end, they were even worse on defense as they just had no answer for the Heat's Gabe Vincent and Duncan Robinson, who combined for 51 points. The Boston Celtics are averaging 114 points on 48.2% shooting and allowing 111 points on 45.7% shooting. The Boston Celtics are shooting 37.7% from beyond the arc and 81.6% from the free throw line. The Boston Celtics are allowing 37.4% shooting from deep and are grabbing 43.6 rebounds per game. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat are showing us why they were so confident heading into this series, as they are now just 1 win away from advancing to the NBA Finals. Gabe Vincent led the way with 29 points on 11 of 14 shooting. Duncan Robinson drained 5 3-pointers to finish with 22 points off the bench, while Caleb Martin scored 18 points. As a team, the Heat shot a healthy 56% from the field and 19 of 35 from the three-point line as they came out playing like the more desperate team and just ran over the Celtics despite Butler scoring just 16 points for the game. It really was a team effort as the role players dominated despite allowing the Celtics to grab 21 offensive rebounds. The Miami Heat are averaging 115 points on 48% shooting and allowing 109 points on 45.6% shooting. The Miami Heat are shooting 38.8% from beyond the arc and 80.3% from the free throw line. The Miami Heat are allowing 32.9% shooting from deep and are grabbing 40.6 rebounds per game. Looking at the betting trends, the Celtics are 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games following a loss, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 road games, and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The Heat are 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 home games, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 conference finals games, and 10-2 against the spread in their last 12 games overall. Head-to-head, the over is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings overall. The Celtics are 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 meetings overall, and the Celtics are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Miami. The Heat are up 3-0 against the Lakers in the Eastern Conference Finals as the number 8 seed despite being underdogs in all 3 games. They look to complete the sweep on Tuesday, this time as a slight favorite for the first time. In NBA Conference Finals history, only 15% of the series have ended in sweeps and only 6 lower-seeded teams have been responsible for one. It is clear that this Miami Heat team is an outlier, a roster built to win playoff series. The key is that although they are led by one of the best duos in basketball in Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, their role players are versatile and their options are deep. In Game 2, it was Caleb Martin who stood out with 25 points, and in Game 3 it was Gabe Vincent who lit it up for 29 points. They are still at home, and role players historically step up even more at home. In Game 3, every button was clicking as the blowout featured a 54% performance from beyond the arc, and despite losing the offensive rebound battle 21-1, Miami was in blowout territory as early as the second quarter. It is discouraging for Boston that it has been 3 games and they are yet to figure out how to get Jason Tatum a field goal in the fourth quarter, how to shoot the basketball out of Miami's zone defense, or how to stop a pick and roll game defensively. There is no direction where it seems like first-year head coach Joe Mazzulla might have answers. Even when the Heat had a mediocre shooting game in Game 2 and Butler was relatively unaggressive, shooting only 3 free throws and going 48% from the field with 3 turnovers, Miami was able to dominate the fourth quarter and close out that game. The Celtics needed to come out swinging and make a statement after falling behind by 2-0 in the series, but that didn't happen at all as the Heat actually played like the more desperate team. Every team loses sometimes, but the Celtics flat out looked like they gave up on Sunday, which doesn't bode well for Game 4. The Miami Heat have comfortably been the better team in this series through 3 games, and Game 3 was a sign the Celtics are broken. You don't lose by 30 points and find the motivation to push things another game. The Celtics look like they're ready for the season to end, as there was zero fight in Sunday's loss. Miami is an 8 seed who has still not lost a home game during the playoffs. They are getting contributions across the board and have proven to be the deeper team even though Boston looked deeper on paper. The Boston Stars have disappeared this series. Tatum and Brown combined to go 1-14 from 3 in Game 3 and only made 1 free throw in the game. Even if Mazzulla is being outcoached, Tatum and Brown should have been able to put up a bigger fight than this. Role players always play better at home, and this was proven in Game 3. Jimmy Butler has a relatively quiet scoring night in Game 3, but he is not the type of leader to let the team relax as they have a 3-0 lead. The Heat are also 12-3 against the spread in their last 15 postseason games, and 9 of those 12 covers were outright victories. I have zero confidence in the Celtics at this point, and you shouldn't either. The Heat should become just the 7th team in league history to enter the NBA Finals via a sweep as the lower-seeded squad. Expect the well-rested Adebayo, who played just 26 minutes in Game 3, to dominate on both ends of the floor and end a frustrating Boston Celtics season. The Heat have already shown in this series that they are the better closing team, and I think that trend continues here as the Heat complete the sweep. This is the first game Miami has been favored in this series, and it will be the last one as Miami will finish the sweep at home. Look for Miami to end this series and not head back to Boston. So the Miami Heat to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The best avenue for success is to get into a high-scoring affair with the Heat and to turn up the pace in this one. The Celtics know that they'll also need plenty of scoring from long range, which will dictate the increased tempo at which this is playing as well. For the Heat, strong three-point shooting has helped them find perimeter scoring, while both teams have a star that the other defense hasn't been able to figure out. Every game this series has had a total between 212 and 216, and every game has gone over the total. Miami has scored at least 111 in all 3 games and had their highest total of 128 on their home floor. Miami has shooters all over the floor and has been able to space out this Boston defense to find success inside and out. Boston has not played well, but even in their struggles they have scored over 100 in every game. Even in Game 3 when Boston basically gave up in the fourth quarter, they still reached triple digits. The over is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings between these two teams. Follow the trend set in this series. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.